Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Kai and today I'm going to be teaching you how to build version 2 of my weather killer for the Bedrock edition of Minecraft. This farm will work on all versions of Minecraft Bedrock edition including PC, Android, iOS and console edition. This farm will work on 1.19 and preliminary testing that I've done, it will also work in the new version of 120 so far anyway. If that changes we will let you know. Start off with, you will need to require one of these end gateways, however I do recommend building one either here like I've done on the end island, or if you're building one further out you will need to make sure you bring an elytra because you will need to build a flyback because we're going to be breaking this thing, as we did in the first version. For your convenience, a full list of materials required will be in the description box below. These end stone bricks I'm using here will not be enough for this farm, so you will need an additional extra depending on the height you have got your end gateway at. I will grab these. The only other thing you will need as well, which I haven't got in this chest, I've got over here, will be some way of locating the west direction. To start off with, you're going to grab yourself your podzol or mycelium and you're going to basically come to this bottom section here and you're going to come out 2 blocks. Then grab your cobblestone and you're going to go up an additional 8 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're going to take out all of these blocks here. Place your red mushroom on this block here. And then you're going to bone meal it. So this will break the end gateway. As you can see from there. And that will break the end gateway. Meaning we can then use it for this farm. You're just going to then remove all of the mushroom. And you can then, if you have any bone meal or anything left, put it away because you're not going to need it anymore. And you can also break the blocks that we used to spawn that. So just get rid of that. And that'll leave you with an empty end gateway, which is absolutely awesome. So the next thing we're actually going to do is we're going to locate which direction on our end gateway here is west. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a couple of different methods here. Placed in a dirt block with a sunflower. The head of the sunflower will always point to the east, so you will know that this direction here is west. If you take an empty locator map, you'll see here that the way you're going now is north, which means if you turn this way, this will be west. If we use a prismarine block, the top of the prismarine at the top of the triangle will always point north. Again, makes this direction here west. I'll just show you that does that. And if you have a Foxy No Tail pack on, you are able to go cycle all the way through and you'll see with the compass that this direction here is west. So now that we know the west is on this side over here, if we grab ourselves our obsidian and we're going to place a block here so that we're able to see where it is, and also additionally place 2 blocks like this. This will be where we're going to trap our wither. Then what to do, come here, go down an additional 3 blocks and take out the 2, which will leave you there, and then you're going to build yourself out from this block 8 in all directions. So basically you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So once you have this pattern underneath of our end gateway, all you're going to do is fill this in with a block of your choice. Please make sure it is a solid block. And you're just going to fill it in all the way around. You can decorate this any way you choose. The weather will not, unless you're underneath this farm when it sees you, it will not break the blocks. So there should be no issue whatsoever with getting damaged. It will be getting waterlogged obviously as well, so that there shouldn't be any damage. So we're just going to fill this in really quick. I'll probably just speed up the footage of doing that. So here we go, we have got our 17 by 17 pad in place. Before we go any further, we're going to come back to our central block here and put this back in because we are actually going to be changing, we'll put 1 block in so that we can break this one here. What we're actually going to do, if you then go to the underside, and you're going to place a hopper facing directly, place an additional block, place a hopper in here, and then place ourselves a chest. This might be slightly more difficult because I am in creative, we'll just do it that way, there we go. And then if we go back up here and break this, this will mean that any block that is broken from the wither killer, also anything that comes from the wither skeletons, and most of the time from the wither itself, will funnel in towards this hopper in the centre, and that will make life so much easier. Therefore, what we're also going to do before we go any further is we're going to place a door directly off to the centre here. So we're looking at this block right here. And obviously we're going to create a pathway from here to our main end island. So now that we have this platform in place, go to one corner and you're going to build up 10 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And you'll see that that is roughly 1 or 2 blocks above our end gateway there. We're then just going to fill in all the walls all the way around up to this level here. So now that you have all of our 4 walls in place and we have our end gateway in the absolutely dead centre here, to make life easier now what you're going to do is you're going to build yourself an infinite water source up here. I'm obviously in creative, so I'll be able to do it with a single water bucket. For yourselves it'll be easier to do this way. Set it up and obviously have a water bucket there and a water bucket there. That'll mean you're then able to go all the way around, filling in each and every single block all the way around. This one there. The good thing is you are able to see really easily if you miss it. And once you have that in play, this will go all the way down and will spread straight to the centre. Looks like I've missed potentially one there. There we go. Then you can test if all the water sources go to the centre just by putting a block down, and it will go, there you go, straight into the hopper that is there. You're then able to fill in your water source and break it because you're never going to need it again, and obviously you can get rid of your buckets or anything else in your inventory you had for doing that. So before we go any further here, what you're going to do is you're going to come down here underneath the farm back to where your chest is, and you need to actually connect the pathway as close as you can to the centre here. And then what we'll also do is we're going to connect a little set of stairs here just so that we can get up and down from our main end island. This is why the rate of solid blocks might be slightly different because obviously depending on how high up it is, which is why I recommend doing this on an end gateway. This close up to the ground. So we're just going to place these in. There we are. So now we have access to here. We'll probably just do some kind of small connecting path off to the side here, which will mean we then have access to the chest. We'll also have access to the farm itself. From here, what you're going to do is you're going to grab yourself your obsidian, come back to your west point of your island, which is right here. And if you go out like this, so you're going to place 1 block and then 2 to the side, and then 1 block and 2 to the side, you're going to be left with something that looks like this. So you're going to have a single block and then 2 frees. This is going to be the platform you're going to use to spawn your wither. So I do recommend when you come to this point, you spawn the wither inside this water source on this side, because you don't want to accidentally interfere with the wither. So what we're going to do is we're going to quick fly around just to see where we're at, and then we'll spawn the wither and we'll show you from there. So we have a 17 by 17 box on the bottom underneath the broken end gateway. We'll hopper on the inside, connect to a chest which is accessible from the outside of the farm. We'll have the walls built up 10 blocks in a square. This can be any block of your choosing. On the end, water sources obviously on each of the 4 walls. And then on the west side we have this 2 free with a 1 platform for spawning the wither. From this point, what you're going to do is take your soul sand and you're going to place your soul sand in these positions here. Make sure that you do have the blocks like this. So you have 1 on the bottom, 1 up 1 and 1 across. This will mean that the wither will only spawn in this central block. So just please be careful every time you use this farm that you have these blocks in place. They will potentially be broken by the wither, but they will be collected by the hopper. So you shouldn't have any hassle there. What you're going to do then is you're going to go 1, 2 and 3. The wither will go in. You can then come down really quickly, exit the farm, come back a bit. You'll see that it is stuck in there. I will probably potentially need to put myself into spit. From here, you'll not be able to do this if you are in survival, but you'll be able to see that the blue skulls are not damaging the farm in any way. And the wither is dying, so what we'll do is we'll stand here and watch it die, and I'll bring you back once it's done. So now that the wither So now that the wither has been defeated, we're going to take a walk up the stairs. We'll have a look and see what the drops were. We're going to quickly empty our inventory of all blocks. What you have to do is we're going to start off with the chest itself. Within the chest, you'll have any obsidian that the wither broke during its spawning, so we'll be able to replace those. If you go inside your farm, you'll see that the 2 blocks that were broken were this one here and this one right here. It looks like the wither skeletons herself are still there, so we'll just grab ourselves a sword. You'll see that the drops are all picked up down there, and there is your nether star from the farm. Sometimes it will fall through the farm when the wither dies. If it does, the same as everything else, it will be collected by the chest underneath. And as you can see as well, there's absolutely no damage to the terrain. There's no skulls flying everywhere. This version is absolutely amazing for that, and the fact that it has automatic item collection makes life so much easier. So hope you've enjoyed version 2 of this farm. It did take me a couple of weeks to make. I know obviously version 1 wasn't the most simple thing to build with the fact you had skulls flying around and stuff, but thanks to the comments in version 1 and speaking to my good buddy Jax, we did work out exactly how to make this thing super efficient. And yeah, actually really easy to build in survival. I did that on the Broke Rock server, so if you have any questions or issues, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. If you have enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and help me to get up to my 100 subscribers. That would mean the absolute world. So until next time, my name is Kai. Thank you very much for watching this Minecraft tutorial. Goodbye.